Hello everybody, I am Hoarder Gamer, and this is Hoarder's Comic Flex. Give me one split second here. There, you didn't see anything. That was always there. Trust me. Anyway, we've got comic book reviews. We've got some toys. Later on, we're going to end up toying around. We'll talk about video games, and then the very, very near future of comic books. Okay? Now, this is an interesting week because usually there's a big standout book, and then I'll do a book that I don't think is quite as big a standout. But here we've got two heavy hitters. So I'm just going to start with one of them right now. Titans Beast World. And this isn't like the situation with the cover of The Dark Knight Returns or that meme of the dress. It's a lenticular cover. So it's Beast Boy and then, okay, get ready for it, Garo. Okay, so Titans Beast World basically starts, it's like the whole issue one anyway is the tale of two doctors, which might be the same person possibly. Dr. Eternity. And it starts out with Dr. Eternity, and he's like, we need to find a place to inhabit after the Earth is destroyed and all its precious resources are gone. And like all these like followers of this doctor are watching on TV and everything as this shuttle goes into, I think the moon of Titan, I believe it is. And these astronauts that he funds go there. Once he's there, he's like, patch me in via microphone to one of his employees. And he goes and says something. But it's, was it Tamaranian? So it's actually an alien language. And it causes this insane chain reaction, gets the astronauts killed, and releases this ancient evil called the Necrostar. Okay? And the Necrostar is a conqueror, much like Starro. And you find out the only thing that was able to defeat the Necrostar was Starro. Many, many, many years ago. Okay? So, Beast Boy has an idea. And he's actually, like, telling it to Batman and everyone else when they realize the threat that this Necrostar is, and that the Necrostar is coming to Earth. So, he realizes that he has most of the concepts or ideas in his head, but isn't sure how it's going to work out. So, he actually has a brilliant idea. He becomes the world's Beast Boy becomes the world's largest whale, which, wait for it, is the creature on Earth with the world's largest brain. Once he does that, he figures out a way where he can become Starro. Okay? So you have Beast Boy as a Starro, Garo, fighting the Necrostar. And at first it looks like he's going to defeat it and everything. The other part of his plan was working with Cyborg, another member of the Titans. And so he goes and he pushes this thing through a boom tube that Cyborg creates, and he pushes it like 5 light years away. So it's like trapped in this specific place 5 light years away. So Earth is saved for at least a really long time, okay? Anyway, as this is happening, this creepy character in an all-black outfit with a helmet shows up. And he calls himself Dr. Hate. Not Dr. Fate, Dr. Hate. And he has a real cordial way around him, as if he knows Beast Boy, And at one point, he takes off his helmet, and Beast Boy sees him and goes, "You?" So it's someone that apparently Beast Boy knew, and it could have been also the person we knew from the beginning of the issue as Dr. Eternity. That might actually be who he really was. Except, he's in that outfit when he shows up as Dr. Hate. And he mentions also Amanda Waller. Now, this is where things get wild. Dr. Hate removes the human part of Beast Boy from Starro. Now you have a beast version of Starro. And it heads to Earth and starts turning all the heroes into monstrous creatures. I thought it was awesome. It's Tom Taylor, who's done the Deceased series. He's done a ton of different comic books. I believe Tom Taylor's also the writer of Nightwing. Why not the Phantom Zone? That was not in the brilliant plan. And when he had the brilliant mind of this specific type of whale, again, the largest brain of any mammal on Earth, that wasn't the plan. So, now you have Beast Boy Garo, but a beast version without the humanity, just recklessly turning the heroes and villains on Earth into beast creatures. It was a hell of an issue. Like, this honestly feels like the end of, like, a miniseries. Like, this feels, for most of it, like issue 6. Not because they're skipping things or you don't have information. There's just so much, like, action and craziness that happens in this one issue. And keep in mind, this is a event. This is an event. So I would recommend, based on this and Tom Taylor writing it, getting 1 through 6 if you like issue 1. Then, if it's characters you usually read in DC comic books, right? Like if you read Titans, or if you read like The Flash, or whatever character specifically is part of the event, then get those books. But do not go out of your way. Do not spend insane amounts of money getting every issue. Specifically with the flagship book, like this here, you should be able to understand the story and like the gist of everything that's going on. A lot of the other books are going to be kind of ancillary. Now, the main Titans book might be very important because, it's Titans Beast World. So, just saying, those two are probably really important. But, like, there's going to be a whole mess of other books. For instance, right now, there's Beast World Tour Gotham and Metropolis. Unless you're super hardcore, you probably don't need those. Beast World Waller Rising. Well, that I feel I need to get. Because I need to know who the hell that actually was in that outfit as Dr. Hate. And how they're connected to Amanda Waller. So that one I will be picking up. But the Tour of Metropolis and Gotham, probably not. It does cover Action Comics and Nightwing. And then it looks like the ending is in Beast World 6. So yeah, if you just get the basic Beast World books, you should be good. But yeah, first review today, Titans Beast World. Again, this is a pretty awesome lenticular cover showing you Beast Boy. Let's see if I can get it right. And then also Garo. Put all your enemies in the Phantom Zone. Maybe you have the largest brain. You can get out of the Phantom Zone. Zod's done it. No, I do not have any codes I can give right now. I can't say too much. I can only, say that I'm in. I did get in the Suicide Squad alpha, but that's all I can say. That's all I can say. Yeah, extra codes. I have to go through a list of people and see if I have any remaining type of situation. So, not right now. Not right now. Okay, now we've got video gaming news. Okay. And let's see. We just talked about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Official. Now, this is official information. Okay. There have been 2 trailers this week. Character trailers. So, we got a trailer for George Harkness, also known as Captain Boomerang. And we also just today got an official Floyd Lawton trailer, who is Deadshot. And I liked both of them. I will say, though, that I think George Harkness, or Boomerang, is going to have some of the best lines. I think he's going to have some of the funniest moments and best lines. And I feel that way about King Shark, too. I think King Shark is going to be in that boat. Yeah, I think both the trailers are good, but I felt that Deadshot's just wasn't as impactful or as exciting as the other ones. Like, King Shark's is awesome. And, like, the fact that it melted people's brains when they found out that he's on the level with Superman. Now, I did think it was cool, though, in the Deadshot trailer, where they focus on that he has, like, a rivalry or animosity with Green Lantern. John Stewart Green Lantern. So that was pretty neat. That's in the official trailer. You can see that. So that was cool. And we know about George Harkness, again known as Captain Boomerang, and his hatred of the Flash. And the times that the Flash has humiliated him. And that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. Oh, man. Then I don't know what you're talking about. If it's something you shouldn't be saying right now, live, then I wouldn't. I'll just say that. But yeah, basically all you can say is, like, if you want to say it, like, people were on, like, Twitter and stuff, you're in. But, like, the NDA is super serious, everybody. And I don't mean that super serious, like, in the South Park way. I mean frighteningly serious. Like, you cannot talk about anything that is in the alpha. Like, anything. So, do not. Do not. NDAs are serious, and WB Games will take theirs very seriously. So, now, something I thought of that I thought would be a little bit fun, because I have seen just, like, people on Twitter and in my stream, and even I think on this show before. Actually, no, not on this show. I bring up the fact that there's a huge game coming out. Unfortunately, Mike, you cannot say, because we talked about this. You can't say the game. Anyone else watching, it's up for grabs. Next week, there's a massive AAA game coming out. Absolutely huge. Based on a movie franchise that's made over $2 billion. The director of the movie, it wouldn't be fair to everyone else and the fun of this moment. The director of this movie worked with the game studio, so the game could be in canon with the universe that is in the game. And like I said, it's a AAA game. It's made by Ubisoft. Okay? So this isn't just some, they rushed it out to get it, you know, in people's hands when it was in theaters. This is a game that's taken a long time to make, with probably a multi-hundred billion-dollar budget, or million, sorry, multi-hundred million-dollar budget. But most people don't know about it, or that it's coming out next week. Like, they may have heard about it, but they don't remember. And the marketing is such that unless you like follow very closely, like IGN or GameSpot or something like that, most people probably don't even know it's coming out, which doesn't bode well for the game. Now, IGN will be doing a documentary on the making of the game, but they are waiting until like next Thursday or Friday, the day the game comes out, to drop the documentary. To drop the... Yes, Crinky, you are right. Avatar. But how crazy is that? Like, there are so many people I've talked to, and they didn't know. They certainly didn't know it was next week. Like, a lot of people knew it was coming out, but it's like, it's next Thursday or next Friday this game comes out. Like, that's not ideal. I can't get over the way they're marketing this. I mean, fans of the movie series are really gonna like it, I'm guessing, you know. The fact that they actually went kind of wild with it, and it's parkour in first person, a la something like Mirror's Edge, sets it apart from a lot of games. Like, it's even more Mirror's Edge than it is, oh my god, I apologize, everybody. What's that zombie game with parkour? It had a sequel come out recently. It's even more Mirror's Edge than that. I've seen a number of trailers, and I saw a couple behind the scenes, but that was like, I think, in October. So, yeah, I mean, and it's in canon with the movies, and it looks really great. Like, there was definitely, like I said, the budget was huge. You can definitely see a lot of money was spent on it. To me, it looks like a mix between Far Cry and Mirror's Edge. Like, I'm actually probably going to stream Avatar next week. But I'm amazed at how few people knew that it was coming out when it was. So I just kind of wanted to bring that up. Not that not that I think it's going to be a bad game or anything. I think it's going to be really good. Hopefully. Like, I think if it's bad, you're going to see like 7s out of 10. And I mean that as a real like 7 review, not a IGN 7 where it's a 5, which is insane. But like actual full 7s, I think is what you're going to see if it's not great. So it should be solid. It should be a solid game. Also, the timing's weird because I don't think it can be covered by the Game Awards. Everything was nominated already. So, and then the chance, let's be honest, the chance of it getting nominated for anything next year, that's pretty much a joke. Most games that come out after the cutoff, there just isn't the rush, the excitement, anything like that. But yeah, I think it looks good. I'm picking it up. Probably just the base version. Because, like, it's going to have that, you know, it's Ubisoft. It's going to have, like, story expansions and stuff like that. But I don't love the Avatar movies. I like them. I think they're very visually impressive. I do think, however, I'll be more excited playing the Avatar game than seeing the movies. Actually, being in that world, with the insane science fiction conceits that are going on in that world, I think it'll be really neat. Okay, everybody, we are done with video gaming news. Okay, done with the video gaming news. So next up, it is time for us to toy around. And this is going to be a little bit different than this week, because some of these toys, or at least one of them in specific, might freak you out. It might freak you out. So just a fair warning, okay? Actually, two of them, but for different reasons. Okay, first up we have, get ready for it, the Spider Gremlin. The fans demanded a re-release of the NECA, I want to say it's 11-inch tall, Spider Gremlin from the movie Gremlins 2: The New Batch. Like, it sold out right away. It might have been a comic book, what do you call that? A comic convention exclusive or something. But everyone basically demanded it to come back, and it is. And it's creepy, and it looks like it did in the movie, the Spider Gremlin. Okay. So now that we have that, let's go quite a bit lighter, because when you see the third toy, you know, okay, 1 second here. Next up we have Superman, a new McFarlane Superman figure that goes on sale December 8th. And fans love this take. They like the face, they like the actual look of the outfit, the sculpting, everything. So this should be a pretty popular Superman figure. I have a Superman right here. I believe it's the Hush Superman. Yeah, I've got Hush Superman right here that I really like. But this is more of a kind of like a basic version Superman, you know, that you could say is like Superman from the comic books, but not a specific run, I would say. It is probably based on a specific artist, though. A certain artist's rendering of him. I understand, Crinky, and it is a creepy looking thing. The Gremlin's spider, the Spider Gremlin, is creepy. I agree with you. I just thought it was a pretty cool thing, and I definitely wanted to show it. But yeah, I think this is a really good take on Superman. He should be right around $24.99 to $29.99. It all depends if he's in what's called the Collector Series for McFarlane. I don't know if he is. I just saw the picture and the information that he goes on sale December 8th. Okay. Next up, two pictures, the same toy. Now, this is going to be graphic, okay? Based on a character from a game that came out, I want to say, in very late October, first week in November, based on a 1980s movie. This, get ready for it, everybody. Alex Murphy. Officer Alex Murphy. Two extra profile likenesses, an extra chest to recreate the bullet damage when he gets shot, two pistols, numerous hands, and able to recreate the scene with Clarence Boddicker and his gang in the factory or warehouse. I'm not exactly sure what it was. Like, there's a version of it in the game. You actually go there at one point, and I'm still not sure exactly what it is. I think a warehouse, we'll say. But yeah, I know it's graphic, but it's really well done. And the likeness of Peter Weller is phenomenal. This figure is $34.99, and pre-orders are open at most stores right now. There was a $100 version that had a special card hand-signed by Peter Weller. But no joke, it sold out from the NECA website in around 5 minutes. So this is the non-signed version, $34.99. Oh, I know it's brutal. But I was like, wow, the detail is absurd. The amount of extras you get, including the 2 extra heads, for $34.99, that's a really good price point. Okay. See, that's why I had a disclaimer. You know, I can't like show something like the Alex Murphy figure and just be like, here you go. Okay, everybody. We are done toying around. Okay? Next up, we are going to look at the future of comic books. However, sadly this week, a limited future. I don't know if a number of books just aren't coming out next week or what it is. I saw almost no solicits for Image Comics, and Marvel had a very small roster, and DC seemed to have a smaller roster than usual. Plus, there was nothing from like Boom, Dynamite, or Dark Horse that I was excited about. So I just have the things that I thought were exciting, so I'll show those. Okay. First up, Thunderbolts #1. Okay. Oh, and by the way, in case you thought I forgot, I just remembered. The future of comics, all the way to 1 week from today. Okay. Thunderbolts #1 by Lansing and Kelly. One of the best writing teams in comics that seem to be writing every comic. It just seems like that. They write so many comics. It's insane. It is insane. It's like, I want to say 4 or 5 titles from Marvel. It's Star Trek for IDW. It's just crazy. Okay. Oh, Batman Beyond for DC Comics. Anyway, Thunderbolts. Basically, we've got the Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes, who's gotten his hands on some insane intel, and he wants to put together a team in order to investigate it and punish the perpetrators. Thunderbolts #1. So, very good chance I'll review this. Lansing and Kelly are 2 of my favorite writers currently, and I think it sounds really interesting. So, it'll be interesting to see Thunderbolts coming back. One second here. And next up we have, look at that cover. Okay? It's a Frank Cho cover, I believe. It's a variant. Batman 140. Now, that take on the Joker reminds me of the actor Conrad Veidt, who is the silent actor that the Joker was actually based on. It's not exactly him, but it's definitely, you'd say, like, some of the DNA is there in that depiction. And I just thought it was an awesome variant cover. And this storyline, Mind Bomb, has been a mind bomb because Batman's finally gotten to the Joker, and Zur-En-Arrh takes over Batman. Batman is in his mind fighting other versions of himself, while Zur-En-Arrh could very, very well be killing the Joker. And Bruce can do nothing about it. So, yeah. The story arc only started last month, and this is only part 2 of it. So you're very early in it if you wanted to grab this issue. You'd only have to grab like 139, I believe it is, and then this one 140, and you'd have parts 1 and 2 of Mind Bomb. So you're not too far behind. Plus, I also thought it was just a great looking cover. And like I mentioned before, not a lot of super exciting things where I was like, I need to talk about this week. But yeah, as I mentioned before, the current Batman run and the current Detective Comics run have been excellent. Batman written by Chip Zdarsky and Detective Comics by Ram V. I know, and it's such a great take on it too, right? Like, it's like a intense take on the gray and blue. Because, you know, a lot of times you think the gray and blue, you think of like Batman 66, you know, just because that's so pervasive in, you know, I guess you'd say, what, the zeitgeist or pop culture. But yeah, I really like that a lot. And a green background, great, you know, because Joker's colors are green and purple. So it all works out really well. That's probably the variant cover I'll try to get. I might review it. I don't know. Again, there's really not that many super exciting books. It could be that some of the information on previews wasn't fully up to date yet. That can happen here and there. But right now, it looks like I'll definitely be reviewing Thunderbolts. Okay, everybody. We covered games. We had our first review. We toyed around. We even looked at the very near future of comic books. Now, we're not done yet. We're not done quite yet. We have our final review, and that is Batman 89 Echoes. This is actually a variant cover right here. And if you think that art style is somewhat similar to something, here, let me explain this. Batman 89 was a comic book that came out, I want to say 2021. It might have been 2022, but I thought it was 2021. 6-issue series. And the whole idea is, what if Sam Hamm, the screenwriter of the first Batman movie, what if he wrote the sequel? That's what Batman 89 is. So it's Billy D. Williams as Harvey Dent. And Harvey has a relationship with Barbara Gordon. And it was a really good, really cool take on those characters. Catwoman was in it. So it's characters from the 89 and 92 Batman, but they consider it, when they talk about it, Batman 89, just like the Adam West Batman is considered Batman 66. Okay, so that storyline was all about Harvey Dent and Two-Face, and then a proto version of Robin. Okay, now Batman 89 Echoes, Bruce Wayne is missing, and all these vigilantes are out in the streets trying to fight crime. And for some reason, people are freaking out, even though these outfits are terrible, and these vigilantes look nothing like Batman, that it really is Batman. So they are like unloading entire clips of guns into these people and screaming that it's the Bat, that it's Batman. So there's something not quite right in Gotham City. And Barbara Gordon reaches out to Alfred because she can't get a hold of Bruce. And Alfred lets her know that Bruce has been missing. And that's in confidence. That's something you cannot tell anyone. But apparently Bruce Wayne has been missing. Meanwhile, on local television in Gotham, Dr. Q has a very popular TV series where she interviews people. The people she interviews all have connections to Jack Nicholson's Joker. One of the first scenes of the interview you see is Alicia. She's the model that had like the acid burn and wearing the ceramic mask. So that's pretty screwed up right there. And besides being on TV, you know, being a celebrity there, she works at Arkham Asylum because she's Dr. Harleen Quinzel. Also working at Arkham Asylum, Professor Jonathan Crane, also known as the Scarecrow. And there's more that happens in this issue, but I don't want to completely spoil it. A lot of it hinges on a new patient that's in Arkham Asylum. I'll just say that. But it's wild because you're looking at this book and it's like Michael Gough as Alfred, Michael Keaton as Batman, you know, like just like it was having Billy D. Williams in Batman 89, you know, Batman 89 Echoes has, you know, the actual looks and feel that you're expecting from the 89 and 92 movies. So I really like it so far. I think it's really good. And like I said, usually it's real cut and dry and easy for me to be like, oh, this is the first review of the night. This is the second review of the episode, you know, or the night. And yeah, I was like kind of a horse apiece. They're both really good and really interesting. So everybody, I want to thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Just want to say, if you're interested in seeing more of me, heaven knows why you would be. Twitch.tv/Hoarder Gamer. I am currently doing a lot of Diablo 4, DC Universe Online. I've been enjoying that recently. I'm planning on Avatar next week. So definitely a lot of fun things there. Also, I want to thank Doomkiller HD and Doom Squad Gaming for again letting me borrow your channel for this show. Thank you very much. Thank you. And then again, just like a PSA to everybody, if you get in to the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League Alpha, it's, you know, it's like you have like a padlock on your lips. Don't stream it. Don't talk about it. Just don't do any of that. You don't want to deal with breaking an NDA. Trust me, you would not want to deal with breaking an NDA. I've never done it, but there's a lot of horror stories. I guess it depends on how much you like dealing with lawyers and stuff like that, you know? Oh, thank you very much, Crinky. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. And everybody, if you enjoyed the show, feel free to sub. Again, I don't harp on that. It's not something I bring up all over the episode, just right at the end, like now. Or, you know, if you enjoyed it, tell someone else about it. Thank you very much for your time, and I will see you next week with another episode. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.